Oh,
Okay, go ahead.
so meeting to order. Audience is citizens. Ha, that's a joke. Okay, I have to read the minutes. February 20th meeting, which was the one and only meeting that we had last year. And I'm going to have him here. Members present, Dick Benson, myself, Edward Horncall, Stephen Pastuzik, and Barbara Cisnanik. Call to order at 6 o'clock by Vice Chairman Charles Calarisi. Mr. Calarisi moved to seat alternate Cisnanik. Seconded by Mr. Horncall. Those voting in favor, Mr. Benson, Mr. Calarisi, Mr. Horncall, and Mr. Pastuzik. Vote being 4-0, motion vote carried. Audience of citizens, none. Election of officers, Mr. Pastuzik nominated Charles Calarisi as chairman, seconded by Mr. Horncall. Those voting in favor, Mr. Benson, Ms. Cisnanik, Mr. Calarisi, Mr. Horncall. I voted for myself? No.
You always vote
Vote
for
being
yourself.
5-0, motion carried. Mr. Pastuzik nominated Dick Benson as vice chairman, seconded by Mr. Horncall. New business, budget. There's a public Board of Finance meeting on Monday, March 2nd, 2020, when the townwide budget will be presented. There will also be a Board of Finance public meeting March 31st to review the proposed budget prior to the town council receiving it for review. Mr. Benson moved to adjourn at 6:17 p.m., seconded by Mr. Horncall. Everybody voted in favor. And that's the meeting, the minutes of the February 20. We have the
Did
meeting
you skip the,
minutes.
Charlie, did you
Excuse me?
skip over a page?
I don't think so.
So with
Okay.
the minutes, did you do that?
I got
Was it on the
two
back side?
Oh, yeah, look at that. All right, I'm sorry. I'm not used to the double-sided printing.
Sorry.
Okay,
I'm on the video.
where was I?
I'm not on the video.
Dick Benson's.
You're on the video, Ed. I can see you.
Oh, you can?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, you're on.
All right. All right.
Hey, the minutes were approved for February 16th meeting. And that voted 5-0. Correspondence, none. Old business, public grounds. Dunham Tree Works, still waiting for appropriate weather to perform at Dunham. Mowing, town council approved the recommended 5-year contract with the vendor Central Connecticut Lawn Service. Potter's Field, new sign has been installed at the entry to Potter's Field. The second corner of fence has been repaired. Part of the tree that fell on the fence damaging the corner and causing sharp metal pieces to jut through the cemetery. The fallen log was cut down and the Britain fence repaired the damaged area. Cleanup of trees between the river and bank of cemetery will be challenging as the area is very steep. Ground staff will try to remove logs from the high ground when possible. Dunham fencing, Superintendent Wood has been unable to obtain pricing for a snake rail fence at Dunham Cemetery. He hasn't found a vendor in the state that offers the fencing material. Mr. Pastuzik read online about a vendor in East Hampton that carried it, perhaps Elliott Fencing. And Chairman Calarisi will search further. The group discussed the possibility of using split rail planks laid out in the snake pattern, utilizing metal stakes to secure the planks where they cross. Okay, that was page 2, and I already read page 3. So I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes of February 20th, 2020.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Pass. Okay. Boom, boom. Okay, I don't minutes for November. Do you have those, Kate? It was just Dick Benson and myself were there.
Yes. Do you want me to read that quickly?
Please.
Okay. So it wasn't a formal meeting because there wasn't a quorum. So members present was Dick and Charlie. Staff present was me and Steve Wood. Call to order at 6:02 by the chair. Audience assistants, Austin Baldicero.
Yep.
appeared to describe his proposed Eagle Scout project. He would like to dismantle the aged brick pillars at Ledge Cemetery and assemble new pillars. He consulted a mason who indicated that the current bricks cannot be reused in this project, but they can be carefully cleaned and reused in a future project. He will work over the winter to seek out donations, including money, bricks, concrete, professional services, which would be the mason and welder, and volunteers, which would be other Eagle Scouts and possibly a mason or welder. He will provide a more detailed proposal in a future meeting. He hopes to begin work on site in spring 2021. And the cemetery committee just said thank you, and they look forward to more details. The minutes were read by the chairman for February 20th. They will need to be approved at a future meeting. Old business. Public grounds report, Superintendent Woods indicated that a new contractor has been performing work in the cemeteries. He informed the contractor of some things that were missed in Berlin cemeteries, and the owner has personally taken over mowing the properties. Superintendent Wood reminded the contractor about the annual cleaning of leaves at the cemetery and will monitor the situation. Fencing. The chairman previously obtained pricing for Southern Pine logs to construct snake rail fencing at Dunham Cemetery. At the time, the cost for the 11-foot section was $12.60. Oh, kitty cat. Sorry.
That's not honest citizens. These other guys got dogs. You better watch out. They might be jumping up in here.
It's usually the other one. So anyway, all right. So the fence would be 180 feet long and 3 planks high, with an estimated material cost of $683. We need to confirm pricing as the COVID pandemic has lately driven the lumber cost higher. Somebody come on? No. The group then discussed the possibility of replacing the worn chain link fencing along the front of each cemetery with dressier materials such as aluminum or fiberglass picket fencing. Superintendent Wood obtained a price of $23 per square foot installed for 4 feet high black aluminum fencing, which is also available in gray and white. The chairman and Mr. Benson are in favor of this idea for several reasons. Number one, new fiberglass or aluminum fencing would beautify the properties and showcase the graves within. Two, it would continue to the efforts to unify the appearance of the cemeteries, which began with the new signage at this town cemetery. Three, fiberglass or aluminum fencing would be lower maintenance than the wood fencing that was investigated at Dunham Cemetery. Number 5 is the budget. Town clerk noted that the department budgets are due to the finance department by November 30th. She suggested that she would email the committee members with the proposed budget, basically a $5,000 increase over the current budget, incorporating additional funds for fencing. And asked for a vote, vital email that would be reaffirmed in a formal vote at the December 17, 2020 meeting. Number 2 was a presentation from the Eagle Scout, which was done earlier. Number C was reviewing damage at Ledge Cemetery. Superintendent Wood reported that some trees have been damaged and have fallen or in the process of falling. Town staff will have to clear the tree debris from the entrance area prior to any professional equipment gaining access to clear material further into the cemetery. We'll go down to the 2020 neglected cemetery account grant of $3,332. Town Clerk Wall indicated that the grant was approved for Ledge Cemetery and has use restrictions. The grant will only reimburse 1, the clearing of weeds, briars, and bushes. 2, mowing of the ground's lawn areas. 3, repairing of the ground fences or walls, and for the strengthening of memorial stones. The chair stated that he would draft a letter to the niece of Mr. Dunham, who was the one that gave the donation, care for the improvement of Dunham Cemetery, describing work that was done, including photos. Town clerk Wall will formalize it on town letterhead and send it out. Also obtain the current balance of the donation account from the finance department. Mr. Benson suggested that the committee concentrate on improving Benison Cemetery this year, particularly adding fencing along Farmington Avenue and perhaps some different trees to distinguish the equipment in the to disguise the equipment in the neighboring property. Also noted that the area between Bentley and Denham Road is in need of maintenance to avoid weed overgrowth. Superintendent Wood replied that ground staff routinely sprays and removes weed and brush in that area. Also discussed questions surrounding how to identify who is buried in Potter's Field, and meeting was adjourned at 7:05.
Any omissions or corrections?
They won't know.
No. Yeah, but I gotta say it. Entertain a motion to accept the minutes as read.
Well, the funny thing is, Charlie, you're the only one that can do that. So, because the others were not there. So I would just say, why don't we just note it for the record? Yeah, let it go.
Okay,
All right.
all right, old business. I got a ton of old business. We've done a lot of stuff, and I'm gonna address what we talked about at the last minute. The Dunham tree work was all done during the summer. There's a new sign up there. The wall was repaired, 180 feet of wall. What did I do over there? That was it. Potter Field, which is behind there, has got a new sign. And I mailed you those pictures, right, Kate? We're gonna try and
Yes.
find out. There's like 15 people buried there. We're gonna between Kate, Lorraine Stubb from the Historical Society, and Dick Benson, we're gonna contact the funeral homes and see if we can find out who was buried or where they're buried there, if there's some kind of plot plan and all that. But the earliest, let's see, 1964, someone was buried, and 1984 was the last time. Okay.
I'm going to see if I have death records. So I'll see if I have death records and any kind of burial permits.
Right, and he
Right,
got a hold of Peter Hand, who took
Okay.
over for Porter's, and
Yep.
so between that and Motica was the only funeral home in town back then. So that's Berlin Memorial now. So,
Okay.
they might be able to find. Carolyn Smith was going to look into it too for Benson. Dennis said broken corner fence has been repaired. That big tree that fell down, Steve and the guys got that huge log out of there. We discussed the last meeting with Steve to get a different contractor in there to see what we can do with that stuff that's on the bank that's so ugly, and see if we can get it trimmed up. If you're looking at the cemetery on the right-hand side, there's a mess in there. Well, that's the neighbor's property. It's not the town's property. So, and we're getting the town engineer out there to double check on the property line there, just to make sure. But everybody seems to think that that's the neighbor's, because it looks like hell. What else do I have? We cut down the log. Yeah, the Britain fence, fixed that. Dunham Cemetery. I said, yeah, we fixed the wall, and as Steve mentioned, we've got a price of 23 foot, a linear foot, to install a 4-foot high picket fence that it's either white, gray, or black. It's powder coated. There won't be any maintenance to do and all of that. So we're looking into that. He did have pictures, and unfortunately, he was going to get catalog, all of us, so you'd all have something, but with all this COVID stuff, that didn't happen. All right, that's, what else do I have? Oh, yeah, $23 a foot. I got that. The Eagle Scout. We met with him and his scout leader and his mother. His grandfather's a Mason. So I don't know if any of you people got the chance to go down to Ledge after the storm, but huge trees came down. Damaged probably a dozen. The tree trimmer had to go in there. They couldn't get a crane in there because they'd have to block the road. And they had the wheelbarrow, this huge tree out. It was probably 5 feet around on the bottom. So it took them a couple days, but they got it all cleaned up. We don't have to pay for that. That came under the federal money for the it was declared a disaster. So, that was cleaned up. But so, anyways, the Eagle Scout. What we're going to do is if you guys remember, the right hand side, the tree had it over sideways. We're going to move everything down about 6 feet, and then build brand new. We want them to use the same gates. They have to be straightened and powder coated. Now, the deal with the Eagle Scout is first he came to us with a plan. Unfortunately, you guys couldn't be there. Now we told him what we wanted. Now he has to go back to an executive board, and he has to tell them how he's going to get this done, where he's going to get deals. It's not you just write a check and he does it. Steve said that we would help, if he needed some concrete or something like that. Or a dump truck he could drop stand off or something like that. But it has to be approved by the executive board at the Eagle Scouts. Then he has to come back and present it to us. Then he has to go before the council because it is a donation to the town, and they have to accept it, which I don't see a problem. And he gets a proclamation out of it, and then he gets a merit badge and all that. So I'm going to be working on that. In the meantime, last week, the scout man called us. He's got another Eagle Scout that wants to go in and fix all the broken stones, straighten them out, clean them. So we met over at Wilcox because he lived over there. So this was last Thursday. We drove in the dark and we started walking. And I told him what we suggested. We said, get some decking board, which is what they call a 5-quarter board. If stone is 5'4", dig it out like 2'6" by 4'6". Dig down so we can so the lawnmower will be able to go over the deck boards, fill that with pea stone, and lay the stones in there with the writing up. And he agreed. He thought, yeah. And he's all gung-ho. So we started walking around, and there's probably 25 stones just there. And he wants to do all the cemetery. And he wants to get scouts involved and all that. So he's going to do the same thing, put a program together. I told him, I said, look, you go down to Home Depot, they have all those damaged boards. They'll probably donate them to you. So you can make boxes out of them. And the stone, whatever. You can get people to donate that, hopefully. So he's all fired. He wants to clean the stones. He wants to do everything. I said, okay, take it easy, son. I said, because when you're done with this one, there's 6 more cemeteries. So he's all enthused, and he wants to get other scouts involved. So that's the part with the Eagle Scouts. Let's see. We wrote a letter to the Dunham family, and I'll read that to you. I kind of wrote it out, and then corrected me. But on behalf of the members of the Berlin Cemetery Committee, we'd like to thank you for your generous donation of $15,002.18 for the care of the Dunham Cemetery. Due to the events of COVID-19, we could accomplish of our planned projects. This spring, we had a trimming contractor spend 2 days doing much needed trimming of trees to open the canopy and allow the sun to shine on the gravestones. This helps eliminate the mildew that grows on the stones. The trimming was expensive because it was done by hand so that the gravestones did not get damaged. We also hired a mason contractor to repair the 180-foot retaining wall that was falling apart. was repaired by replacing stone and mortar. The cemetery committee has incurred about $45 in expenses to date. We have included photos of the projects that we have completed. The town of Berlin installed a new Dunham Cemetery sign, and the town also pays for the general lawn mowing and weed whacking at the cemetery on a scheduled basis. Our future projects include installing a 4-foot white picket fence above the retaining wall and repair the damaged gravestones. We encourage you to contact us if you have any preferences on items to be addressed. Again, we would like to thank you for the donation and rest assured that we will continue to keep you informed of our progress. So that was mailed out November 24th, right?
Yes.
So we thought we should keep them involved, and let them know what we're doing with their money, that we're not just doing stupid things with it. And I took 5 or 6 pictures, Kate.
Yeah, we sent probably I think I sent only about 3 of them. Some of them
Okay,
were
yeah.
like kind of duplicates. So
Yeah, they were a
we,
little repetitive.
yeah, but they were great. So I think it really is a nice idea just I haven't heard anything back, but I think it's nice to let her know, like Charlie said, that we are doing things with the money. We got an unexpected gift.
Yep. So what else did I have? Oh, we got the grant for Ledge Cemetery for $3,332. What we discussed, and it was in the minutes, with the money we have, we will replace all the fences at the cemeteries that show to the road, like Christian Lane. Just on that old, nasty, rusty anchor fence and put up a nice picket fence, and do that with all of them. So it's not going to cost us anything to do Ledge, because that thing really got damaged when all those big trees came down. So as soon as the weather permits, Steve was going to get a hold of that New Britain fence and have him give us a price to replace that whole thing in there. And then between that and the gate, that thing is beautiful. It'll really, really look nice. And then we get our Eagle Scout in there to fix all the stones and everything. And still some trimming that has to be done in there too, because that last storm took down, there's a couple widowmakers in there. So we'll get that done too. All right, I got that. Let's see. Okay. I believe that's all I have for business. That was enough.
Can we, Charlie, can we reaffirm the budget in a vote?
The budget passed, right?
Yes, it did pass by everybody responding, but I would like everybody to vote on it again so that it's reflected in the minutes.
Okay. Well,
So that's what you
entertain a
need to do.
motion.
You need to reaffirm the vote that took place.
And that was for 28,000, 8,500.
$28,736. So it would be, you have the secretary salary in there and that bit, but then you have $100 in supplies, $2,500 in operating services, $5,000 in maintenance and repair, and the $20,000 in contractual services. So somebody who didn't have it in front of them, Charlie, you're pretty close to what the figure is. It's it's $28,736. And I just needed to reaffirm it so it appears in the minutes. All right, so if somebody could just move to approve that budget.
I'll move.
Okay,
Second.
All in
thank you.
favor?
Yes.
Aye.
Aye.
Great,
And-
thank you.
And we submitted for the 21-22 calendar year, another 5,000 on top of that.
That
Right?
includes the 5,000.
This 28? No, I thought he added 5 to that.
No, that includes the 5,000. Last year's budget was only $6,100. We had a lot of that because we used a lot of the Dunham money. And the year before that, the actual, oh, wait a minute. Oh,
Wait a minute, we haven't spent any money this year.
you know what?
Hmm?
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. This is, so if you see the budget, let me talk to Len tomorrow. But he has at the bottom, Board of Assessment Appeals total. I don't know if he combined two of the budgets together. But if this is true, then did we spend $5,000 in contractual services this year?
No,
Since last July? You sure?
we haven't spent anything. We didn't have any meetings.
And we have some wasn't tree trimming done, Charles, or no?
That was done before. The only tree trimming this summer was Dunham, and that came out of Dunham's money.
All
right. Let me double check with Len
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Yeah, and then I thought he put in that was 28.7 for this year's budget. And then you wanted a budget for after July 1st, and you put another $5,000 on that.
All right. Well, we'll just have to wait again on the budget.
That's okay.
But this is, even the printout is saying that it's 28. I'll double check tomorrow.
Yeah. So that's all I have. Does anybody else have anything? No?
Oh,
Do you can you move to adopt the 2021 calendar?
You have it. I don't, right? No, I don't have that. But yeah, let's see. We'll entertain a motion to adopt the 2021 calendar. No, it'd be 21-22, right?
Yeah, only with the January. Yeah.
21 to 22, right?
Yep.
And that'll be the third Thursday of the month for all 12 months.
Yes.
A motion? So moved?
move.
Second?
Second.
Second.
Aye.
Aye.
Even if we weren't able to do much this year, we did get some stuff done. And we got a lot of stuff in front of us, especially with these scouts and the fencing and trimming. Like I said, that Denison, all that goes along the river there, it's ugly, and it's and we can't take it all down because then the bank, the road. But Steve suggested that we get another trimmer in there besides Distinctive, because Distinctive is $2,400 a day. Maybe this is strictly takedown, and it's all handwork. And Dick Benson uses a guy for his cemetery out of Weathersfield. And so once the weather kind of stops here, we're going to see if we can get him in there and get an estimate, and then get the appropriate paperwork done so he can work for the town. But other than that, once these Eagle Scouts started, when the weather breaks, and we get that fence done and everything. And what we figured was we'll do Lead Cemetery and get that whole cemetery done. And then we can figure out where we're going to go from there. Maybe Denison will be next, or Christian Lane. Christian Lane will be just the fence. There's a couple stones that got to be fixed. But other than that, we can talk about it at the next meeting. No more.
Okay.
Anybody else got anything?
Not I.
Nope.
About a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Here.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Cool.
See you later. Bye.
All right, the next meeting will be January 21st. And everybody's comfortable with this? I can set this up again.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
get it.
fine.
Unless something changes at the town hall, but I doubt it. Yeah,
Probably not for a couple months at least.
Yeah, we need to get through the holidays and everything and see what the
Yeah.
backlash is.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Okay.
Eddie, tomorrow we gotta go over and shovel Boomer out. What's his name?
Okay. No problem.
She called me tonight. Her neighbors, nobody's got a snow plow and this, that, the other, and that she's stuck in her driveway. And I told her,
Yeah. We'll
parks the
take
car. I'll call you in the morning early.
Okay.
We gotta find somebody with a
Take care.
plow. Your brother. That's right. Keith stopped by. I'll see if I can hook her up with him for the next. He's up.
He's not really, he'll do it to help. He might help this time, Charles, but I don't think he's taking accounts or anything like that. You know what I mean?
Oh, all right.
He's not, he does it more for his neighbors and stuff like that and people
All right.
help.
All right. Well, we'll go over and shovel her out
That's what-
tomorrow.
If you run into a problem, let me know. I can grab his truck or I'm sure he'll take a ride over or whatever.
Yeah.
If it's
All
gonna
right.
be, it's supposed to be pretty cold tonight. A lot of that stuff's gonna turn to, it's gonna be pretty hard tomorrow morning.
Good work. We can do it, right, Ed?
That's right. Hey, Kate.
Well, thank everybody. Thank you all for hooking up with us, and we got a lot of good plans in the works here. So we'll be able to
Everybody
do something this summer.
Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to everyone.
Yep.
Happy holidays, everybody.
Okay, take care.
Have a good night. Bye-bye.
Good night.
So I just click. Click.
Yep.
See you later, bye.
I'm leaving the meeting. I'm ending. I'm ending the meeting.
Okay.
I'm ending the
Hey,
meeting.
Kate.
But, oh, yes.
Oh, there's
Hi,
Joyce.
Joyce.
Oh, am I on? Oh, hi, Kate.
Hi.
I just want to tell you, I dug into that basket today. It was amazing. It's amazing. It's so beautiful. And I so appreciate it. Thank you ever so much. I have a thank you letter out to the town too.
Okay.
All right. Thank
I'll
you.
let Rose know.
Okay.
Good night,
Thank you.
Kate.
All right. Thank you, guys. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Bye, Charlie. I'll see you soon.
Yes, thank
Bye,
you.
Ed.